My name's Will DeFries, and this is a Sunday Scaries podcast, your cure for the Sunday blues. I first discovered today's guest when I posted a photo of her refrigerator on the Sunday Scaries Instagram page. Not knowing who the owner of the perfect fridge was, I was quickly told by several commenters that it belonged to Shut the Kale Up, or you may know her as Jeannette Aranda. Knowing I needed to follow her immediately based on her refrigerator alone, I soon found a soothing feed of recipes, style, and aesthetic content that I simply haven't been able to look away from. And today, we find out how she spends her Sundays. Jeannette, welcome to Sunday Scaries.
Hey, Will. Thank you so much for having me. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. Are you a fan of Sundays in general?
I am a fan of Sundays. I wasn't before, but now I feel like there's some sort of like comfort in it. You know, it's the last day of the weekend and it's a good way to kick off your upcoming week.
I feel like when I was younger, I dreaded Sundays a lot more than I do now, and now I can finally lean into them a little bit more and get a little more comfortable on Sundays. So it's a good place to be in.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, let's get started. What is your ideal Sunday outfit?
My ideal Sunday outfit is very casual. It's very chic. It's very comfy, basically. So I'll probably wear my sneakers and sock combo like I usually do with my sporty and rich shorts. I live in the OC, so it's always summer here for the
Mm-hmm.
most part,
Mm-hmm.
minus the June gloom that we've been getting hit with. But basic tee and a pullover.
You have a lot of really good clothes, for lack of a better term. Like, how do you find your clothes? Where do you go? Where do you get inspiration from for it?
Thank you. I've honestly, so back in the day, I worked at Barney's New York for 7 years. So I've always had this sense of like elevated style, if you will. Um, but I love style, but with comfort.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I love my basics and I kind of mix and match brands and I'll wear like a $20 t-shirt with like $200 sneakers. Like that's kind of my style.
Yeah.
And I'm really I feel like coming into my own when it comes to that.
I have a lot of people that will come to the Instagram page and ask like, "Oh, I'm looking for a suit or I'm looking for something a little more formal." And I'm just kind of like, "Oh, that's not really my realm." Like if you're researching, if you're looking for crew neck sweatshirts, I can talk to you about it for an hour. But if you're researching
Yeah.
like formal wear, then it's like, I try to avoid that at all costs. And so it's comforting to hear that from your end as well. What does your morning routine look like? Are you a coffee drinker? Are you a tea drinker?
I'm a coffee drinker. I absolutely love a good cup of coffee in the morning. It's not even like it's the smell, it's the experience, it's the way that it makes me feel. I go to sleep dreaming about my cup of coffee in the morning.
Mhm. We recently got a coffee maker that does the like grinding the beans and makes the coffee and we have a pot of coffee for the first time in what feels like forever. And waking up and smelling our kitchen, it is so comforting. I know that you have several other things that you do in the morning besides drink coffee, just based on a lot of your Instagram stories. Do you have anything that you do in the morning that kind of just sets you up for a successful day that you would like to kind of represent right now?
Yeah, of course. So I usually wake up pretty early, whether I have my alarm clock or not. I'm like 5:30 to 6 a.m. wake up. And then I kind of like to, I don't know, set the tone for the day with a little bit of breath work. So I do 3 minutes of just sitting with myself, kind of removing all thoughts, all expectations for the day, and just tapping into my breath. And it sets me up for my cold plunge. I bought a cold plunge and it's been the best investment. And
I'm
it
so
wakes me
jealous.
up. It's brutal in the beginning, but once you've got the hang of it, it's so easy. So I do 2 minutes of that and then
What do
I
you
get
keep
my
your
day
cold plunge
started.
at?
I'm
What
sorry.
do you keep the temperature at for the cold plunge?
I like to keep it between 38 to 40 degrees.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
It's really freaking cold.
I'd be lying if I said that a lot of the hotel, like, shopping that my wife and I do, we kind of base it off of if the spa has a cold plunge or not. We always like to do that, especially on vacation. Now we've finally gotten to the point where we're looking at each other like, "Okay, if we move anytime soon, do we need to try to prioritize putting in a cold plunge somewhere?" We just love it.
Yeah, it's the best feeling in the world, and that to me just again, like, sets the tone for the day, like, you've got it, you
Mhm.
know?
Hmm. When it comes to actual like food, and this isn't just morning driven, this could be any time on a Sunday. Do you have any comfort meals or any Sunday recipes that you've loved making as of late? Or if you have any restaurants that you enjoy going to, if you have any routine there, that works as well.
Okay, so at home, I love making, like, sushi rolls or, like, hand rolls.
Hmm.
So I go to the farmer's market on Saturday mornings. That's kind of like my Saturday routine, and then by Sunday, I have all the goods to make sushi rolls or hand rolls, and it's super easy. You get to customize it the way that you like it. It's actually on my Instagram feed. I just posted a little recipe last week, but I love making those on the weekends. And then restaurants, I love this place called Abba in Laguna Beach.
Hmm.
They have the best burger I've ever had. It's like an elevated In-N-Out burger, and it's just like the fancy version of it, and it's so delicious.
I've been doing pretty strict pescatarian diet since January, and like the one thing that I've really craved has been burgers, and I've had two burgers since, and both have been mind blowing to me. I almost like the fact that I've been reducing my red meat intake just so I can have the moments now with burgers that just taste so good. And now it seems like every Sunday since I've had those two, I'm like, kind of want to break this weekend and do this, but it's been difficult. And next time I'm in Laguna Beach, I'm definitely going to try out the burger from Abba.
Yeah, it's delicious. I love it.
Today's episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. Stand out with a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything: your products, content you create, or even your time. 10 years ago, when I started Sunday Scaries, I was looking for a platform to host my website on, and luckily for me, I found Squarespace, and I've been sticking with it ever since. Yep, over a decade of using Squarespace and a decade of being so happy with it. I use it for so many different things. I started the blog on there. I began collecting emails so I could send out email blasts, and you can even send out those email blasts directly from Squarespace. You can do pretty much anything from there, whether you're trying to sell products to monetize your business, or if you're just trying to collect emails for future use. Head to squarespace.com/scaries for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use offer code SCARIES to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/scaries for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use code SCARIES to get 10% off your purchase of a website or domain. How has being a mom changed your Sunday routine or kind of your Sunday shopping lists or the things that you make on a Sunday?
So I've always introduced the foods that I like to eat to my kids, but I also like a variety. So I will take them with me grocery shopping for the most part, and they get to pick and choose what we want as like a little menu for the week, which is super helpful because if they want burgers, if they want hot dogs or whatever, I usually tend to buy things with less ingredients, like real whole foods,
Hmm.
so that they're nourishing. And I feel like it works really well with both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely changed the way that I go about my Sundays since having our son and figuring all that out. And I think it makes me a lot healthier, so I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, and they acquire that taste, like
Mhm.
of just good ingredients, good food.
You don't strike me as somebody that has like overly lazy Sundays on the couch based on how much activity I see out of you. If you do have a lazy Sunday on the couch, is there anything you like to binge or you like to do on the couch?
I like to watch TV with my kids when it's TV time,
Hmm.
which is very minimal. You're absolutely right. I feel like we're out and about usually, but at night we like to sit down and have like movie night. So we'll get the popcorn out and we'll watch. Lately, it's been The Sandlot, which is such a classic.
That's a good one to have. That's a good one to have in the rotation.
It's really special because when you become a parent, you get to re-watch the things that you used to when you were a kid and like redo the things that you did when you were a kid. So it's like, it's so fun.
Our movie night really turned into Home Alone for about the entire month of December last year, and our son still
I
absolutely
love
loves Home Alone. But it's so nostalgic and feel good and fun that it was like, you know what? Even after Christmas, I'm not opposed to watching Home Alone for the 100th time this holiday season. Uh,
I'm the same way.
yeah. Have you finished any good Sunday books lately?
I'm recently I started a book actually 2 days ago, and it's called Be Water, My Friend by Shannon Lee. It's Bruce Lee's daughter, and it has been so incredible to read. I mean, I'm not finished, but almost there.
Do you? I know that you like to relax doing a bath. Do you? And there's been such a big narrative about like everything showers and things like that lately. Do you have a bath setup or a bath routine that you enjoy doing?
So the only reason why I like baths is because lately I've been doing a lot of weightlifting. And since my morning routine consists of a cold plunge and then, shower throughout the day, I feel like at night I just like to wind down with a nice warm bath. I put magnesium in there to
Oh yeah.
kind of like get my muscles like feeling better. And I just like to relax. Usually it's with my boys.
Do you play any music or anything? Do you have any Sunday playlists you like to queue up?
Oh my gosh, I wish I could share one because I mean, I have so many playlists, but right now, Frank Ocean, it's hitting so good.
Yeah. I just really enjoy spending way too much time curating playlists on Spotify and just like sitting there and
Me too.
tinkering and trying to figure out what mood I want to go with or how long it needs to be, if I need to do whatever. And it's really become something that I've sought a lot of just comfort out of. It's been great.
Yeah, I love that. I spend way too much time curating playlists as well.
What would you have in your lazy Sunday pool tote or beach tote if you're going to go get a little water time in?
So I never leave the house without coconut water and lime.
Mhm.
That's been my jam. It's so refreshing, especially during summertime. And then a good book, a good hat to keep my face out of the sun, SPF, and my headphones.
I got a little cocky on vacation last weekend at my sister-in-law's wedding and did not. I think I forgot to put sunscreen on my legs and I sat out for about 3 hours and I've had the most sunburned feet for the last 3 days and it's driving me insane. And so I need to be a little bit better about my SPF intake going forward this summer as I'm off to an absolutely terrible start.
Well, now you know.
Mhm. Considering your refrigerator was really my first introduction to you, I'd be remiss to not ask a trademark question on a lot of these Sunday Scaries podcasts. What's in your refrigerator right now if I opened it up?
Cottage cheese, yogurt, tons of apples, mangoes, papaya, lots of salami, fish, coconut water, raw milk, cheese, lots of cheese. Um, Gosh, I mean, just lots of fruit, lots of fresh fruit and veggies, cucumbers, carrots, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean that all makes sense. Your refrigerator picks are like the most satisfying thing to look at. If I could open my fridge
Oh,
every single time and see that, I'd be a very, very happy person.
I try. I try really hard.
Well, to close things out today, here's the real key question. What does your ideal Sunday consist of?
My ideal Sunday consists of lots of sunshine, a walk. It could be at the beach, it could be around the neighborhood with my boys, good food, good company, like hanging with friends and being in their backyard and just having good conversations, and then end it off with a just nice relaxing time on the couch, movie night type of situation.
Mhm. I've been known to enjoy a Sunday dinner every once in a while with some family, but ever since moving down to Texas, I don't get those as much, and I really do miss the kind of social nature of having a very defined kind of hangout time with family and friends, and I think I need to start reincorporating that more. Do you find
Yeah.
yourself shutting down a little bit more on Sunday or being more social on Sunday?
A little bit of both. I have a really, really strong friend group that literally lives in the same neighborhood. So we each kind of bop around to each other's houses, and it's really special. So we kind of just all hang at all moments of the day.
That's the dream. That's the dream. Well, Jeanette, thank you so much for joining us today. I think there's going to be a lot of people out there who definitely seek a little bit of inspiration from your Sundays. If anyone at home wants to follow along with you, where can they do so?
Shut the Kill Up on Instagram.
Perfect. Well, Jeanette, have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.